March 8th again. It is International Women's Day again. It is a day for all nations, Ghana included, to reflect and to take action going forward. It is a day by recognizing our achievements and going beyond what lays undone and ensuring that they are also done. It is a day to celebrate the historical, social, economic, cultural, and political contributions of all women, and in our context of Ghanaian women, of Gold Coast women, of women who didn't have such names at the time, all over the century, while we also acknowledge persistent difficulties. Sometimes I wonder, all those who have come before us, what opportunities did they have? What contexts did they live in? Today we have challenges, yes, I admit them, but what challenges did they have? Assuming they didn't confront their challenges, maybe we wouldn't be here. So in everything we do and in all things we do, I urge that we do not forget where we have come from and all those nameless persons who have brought us here. This year's International Women's Day marks the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, a landmark commitment to advancing women's rights globally. So much has been done, so much remains undone. As nations address or assess their progress, we too in Ghana contemplate her achievements, setbacks, and plans for realizing an equitable and fair community of peoples. From expanding women's leadership and economic empowerment to ensuring girls' education, reproductive health rights, and protection from gender-based violence and other interventions, our progress must be inclusive and sustained. I wish, for example, that on many more days, we'll discuss the issues that affect women and not leave them to one day in the year. This milestone, the milestone we want to achieve as a country through an inclusive and sustained method, is highlighted by an intersectional, intergenerational women's dialogue, which aims at resetting the agenda for all of us, uplifting all Ghanaian girls and women, whether they are students, babies, parents, traders, farmers or fisherfolk, people in other professions, homemakers or rulers, regardless their backgrounds and abilities or disabilities. They all matter. We must choose to end all forms of violence against women and girls, in whatever form it may take, in whatever rationale we can profess for it, whether human trafficking, domestic violence, accusations of witchcraft, and the resulting instant justice, child marriage, female genital mutilation, or sexual violence. All of these demand our sustained action. Beyond decrying these unhelpful practices, we must interrogate whether there's any reason to justify these and to see them persist like incurable diseases in the space of women in their lives. We must try to tackle the problems at their roots. Ignoring the needs of girls and women, obstructing their pathways to advancement, killing their dreams and clipping their wings. Remember Maya Angelou's novel, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Enforcing women's acceptance of mediocrity, refusing even to encourage them, glamorizing systems that keep us at the bottom. All of these also constitute unacceptable forms of violence against women, and they require urgent action. Today, we stand in solidarity with women and girls. We must live in dignity. We must be intolerant of any form of violence against girls and women, whether in our homes, in our schools, places of work, places of worship, communities, and any place in our nation. It is time for women, it is time for men too, boys and girls, to choose to end such violations of fundamental human rights. Just the right to grow, the right to choose what helps, the right to contribute to your community, the right to contribute to your nation. It should not be seen as an aberration. We should encourage that. We should applaud and encourage those who step forward.